social media have given every 14, 15-year-old kids the license to disrespect the men on the other side of the screen. They don't value the age, the things they speak, the value they provide to other people. No, they don't care about anything. The social media is a structure that has been built to do some valuable stuff, do some great stuff. You can do hundreds of good things with the social media and the structure that has been provided by it. But it have a loophole, it have a hole that has been used by every 14, 15-year-old people. Kids are people. How are they even people? 14, 15-year-old kids to disrespect men on the other side of the screen. No matter what they say, no matter what value they provide, they don't see anything. If they find something offensive, or if they think, or if they feel like they are offended, they just comment on the post, and no matter what, they don't show any sort of respect because they feel that it's the post. They feel things and do such wrong things to men, and they don't even realize anything. If that conversation, if that words spit on the man's face, or if that conversation was standing on that man's face like a real man used to speak face to face, it would have been beaten up. Or I can assure you that the kid wouldn't have spoken to the man and would be convincing himself that I'm not going to waste my time on this man by speaking to him or making my point clear to him. No. Because he's obviously scared. So these kids are obviously going to find reasons to not to talk in real and find reasons to talk in internet because they can freely disrespect that man, and they don't realize real man if that disrespect is about the tolerance. It's gonna knock on your door, show you how to respect people. A recent case have been happened with a person called Andrew Trade, and some kid, some 14, 15-year-old kid was disrespecting him, like abusing him with swearing words. And the next day, somebody who was masked was being beating up this kid and recorded a video and told him to say sorry to that person and retreat. And he was literally crying. He was literally sitting under that tree and just crying. He didn't realize that this would happen. And I can guarantee you that the words that was spit by him on that video wouldn't be said if that conversation was man to man, kid to man. So people have lost the realization, the ability to think before you speak. So they always come up with the comments and just comment by swearing each other. That's not something respectful. This is where you should learn how to speak to your real man. No matter how intellectual you are, no matter how wise you are, no matter how clever you are, you're not going to speak politely. You're not going to speak respectfully. That's going to do real harm in the real world. So all you have to understand is how to speak. Rest will be learned automatically. Because if you learn how to speak, the next step the next target, the next objective will be coming in front of you, and you automatically have to go to achieve that. Have to go to complete that, the objective, the mission, the goal, whatever it is. That's how the life is going. That's how the life should be going. And all you have to remember is your traditional value. If you have been following a culture, if you have been following a valuable tradition inside you or by your ancestor or your family, you have to follow it. Because if that things provide value, you have to follow it. Because your next generation, the generation that is going to come from you, have to know the value of the family, have to know the value of the ancestors who fought wars, have to be loyal to the bloodline. So, if you have kids, if you have brothers, if you have cousins, anyone who is younger, or even if it's elder than you, he might be not listening to you because he's elder. The ego things will be going inside his head because listening to someone younger is something sort of a ego thing to some elder people. Even though you are obliged to try it, it's not possible. There's no other way. You have to take it. So anybody who's in your friend circle, brother, cousin, sister, anybody, you have to teach them the way to respect people. Only then, they will be placed in society. And you can say the society is not important, so people around me are not important. No. You will eventually realize that society is important. And if the society is wrong, you have to build another society that is very right, that have values which is useful for the next generation and the generation right now. You have to build something like that. That's why some communities have been coming up these days, because they have realized the place they live around, the place they attracted to, is not providing any value. So they make communities, they group up with the people with similar mind, similar thoughts, similar abilities, and build something called a community and building a society from it. So if you have a good society, follow them, that's good. Less work. If you don't have a good society, all you have to do is make your thoughts right and build a value. And if your traditions are good, and if you think your traditions provide value to this generation and the coming up generations, you have to keep up with that and put it to that community, to the people with similar minds, and build a community and then build a society from that community. That's what you have to do. So then these kind of people, 14, 15-year-old kids on the internet, who only know to scream in lives and who only know to swear on comments and doesn't have the ability to speak to real men like the way they speak in the comments, will be erased from the planet, which is something like a peace, which will be something sort of a calm will be forming, the aura of calmness will be forming in the society that's been building and the world that is growing. So if you're ready, if you are prepared by your mind, prepared by your thoughts, start working now. Take your traditional values, take your traditions, take your culture, and if you think it is good, if you think that it can provide value to the next generations, take it out. Build a community. Group up with people with similar mindset. Group up with people with similar activities. Group up with people with similar efforts. And build a community like that and build a society eventually and make the world a better place. Which is I am doing. I'm collecting people who can work harder, no matter what work is, until or unless the work is providing them something that is benefiting them. So, exactly, build the community, build the society, and make the world a better place. For that, what you have to do is stay out,